All right, now so we're going to talk about post settings. So what are post settings? Previously we talked about we discussed about block settings, and block settings are simply the settings that you apply to individual blocks, which can be found here. But what are post settings? Post settings are simply settings that generally apply to your entire post and allows you to make certain changes, such as adding categories, featured images, permalinks, and etc. So post settings block settings apply to individual blocks, while post settings apply to all the blocks in your article. And now we're going to move on to how to apply post settings. So in order to access where your post settings are, all you have to do is you move to the top right corner, click on this, and then you click on the post tab, which can be found there. So the first option that you can see is status and visibility. So visibility simply means how you want people to view your site. For instance, it's currently set at public, so that means anyone can actually view your you can actually view your article. So when you click on this, you can select other options such as private. So when you click on private, that means it's going to be visible to only your website administrators and editors. So this is actually can be useful if you want to post an article to notify all your editors and administrators. So you can use this to post to which is only visible to them. So we also have the password protected. So password protected means that they will have to use if you should password protect a particular article. So that means it's only people that have the password that can access the article. So for instance, let me update it and show it to you. So I'm going to let's view the article. So now we have the article. So it said password protected. Hello, grab a coffee. So this simply means that you have to have a password. You have to know the password before you can access the content. So this kind of content is best if you want to share article to only a particular number of people. You can just give them the password and they can access. So once I enter the right password and I click on enter, then it's going to show me the full article. So it's going to, so now I have the full article. So this password protected can be handy if you want to password protect your site. So let me return it back to public. So public means anyone can see it. So now the next option is publish. So publish means with the date and the time that you want to schedule your that you want to publish your article. So you can actually this is actually an underrated option because it allows you to either backdate or future date your article. So let's say you want to schedule your article to publish by on the 7th of February. Today is actually 17th of February. So let's say you want to publish your article to schedule on 20th of February. All you have to do is click the 20 and you click on this. So 10 a.m. and you click on this. So when you update it, the article is going to be scheduled to publish on the 20th. That is 3 days from now on. So that is how they schedule they publish for. So you can either devise to revise the date to a back date, or you either send it to publish in the future. So depending on what you want. Now we also have the stick to the top of the blog. So the stick to the top of the blog allows you to, because the way WordPress actually works is that it displays articles in chronological order. So the stick to the top of the blog allows you to actually ensure that this current article will always stay at the top, no matter the numbers of articles that you later publish. So if you click on stick to the top of the blog, so even if you publish thousands of articles, this article is going to still remain at the top. Now move to trash it if you want to delete the current article that you are currently typing. So when you click on move to trash, it's going to delete. So the template option is actually optional for now, since this is meant to be a beginner friendly course. Then we'll move on to permalink. So permalink are simply links that allows you that allows you to view your post. So it's also known as the URL log. So you can either decide to, so for instance, if you should visit the current article, so you can see hello, grab a coffee here. So you can either change it to just grab a coffee. So this simply means that this is the link that you are going to be able to view your article. So this is where you are going to change the permalink of your post. So that's how permalink works. And also we have the categories. Earlier on in the previous module, we've talked about categories. So you can either decide to, once you already have categories, so you can either decide to add a new categories to this, or assign this particular post and categories. So previously I already have the WordPress appearances and WordPress plugins, but since this article is not under them, so I want to add a new category called miscellaneous. So I'm just going to click miscellaneous and add new category. So now I have this as under miscellaneous. So, and that's all about that, about category. So once you update your site and you and I refresh it, so it's going to show me that this post is under the miscellaneous category. So that's about that on categories. And we also have the featured image. So featured image is quite important if you want to the thumbnail of your the image thumbnail of your show to show when you are sharing your article to social media. So you can set the featured image here, and it is best to actually use images that are related to your article. In this case, let me use the image that I use inside the post as the featured image. So that's all about that, about featured image. And then you can click on update. So once you click on update, so your article is going to remain the same, and when people share it on social media, it's going to show this as the featured image. So the other option actually, this is optional, and from the discussion settings you can also decide to allow people to comment on the website on the particular article, or decide to not allow them to comment article. So that's about that from the comment. So if you want to allow them, you check the box and you leave it as it is. So that's all you need to know about the post settings for now. As time goes on, the more you practice, the better you become at it. But remember, if you should have any question or you have any issues, you're always free to send me an email about you email me at hello@2amword.com, and I will always be quick to respond, and I will try my possible best to respond to all your queries. So that's all about that, and that's how we are going to be rounding up on the post settings and the post editor settings.